Aloha and grand rising to all of my YouTube friends and family. Welcome to a live energy update. So, the energies are really something. Not only do we have very powerful planetary astrological aspects with Uranus having been conjunct the moon yesterday in Taurus, which is very activating, very electric, very unexpected energy. We've also been dealing with huge solar flare activity. And from all that I've read and studied, 2024 is set to be probably the year with the greatest amount of solar flare activity. And so, what does that mean for us? That means increased solar radiation. What does solar radiation do? Well, it tends to act as a trigger to bring up to the surface anything that is dark or in the shadow. You increase the light, it always increases the shadow, right? And so this year has such a huge opportunity for us around facing the shadow, both individually and collectively. And one arena where that really stands out, especially when you look at the context of the United States and this upcoming election, is the fact that Pluto, which is considered to be the energy of the underworld, secrets, the shadow, is in exactly the same degrees that it was at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, at the formation of this United States. And so it can point to a time where those that are in power, the powers that are known, are having things that are hidden, buried, or kept secret brought to light in a similar way that at the time of the signing of the Declaration of Independence, what led up to that was the revelation of what the king, who happened to be in charge at that point, was doing with taxation and how that was affecting the people, and how the people said, enough is enough. We're going to rise up and we're going to throw all the tea in the harbor. We're going to have this revolution. And so the energies for change are huge right now. Synchronistically, at the time of the signing of the Declaration of Independence, we also had Mars in Taurus. And what I'm going to show you pretty soon here is all of the planets that we have in Taurus. We also have Mars in Taurus, which is the same as it was at the time of the formation of this United States, this democratic nation. So we have so many things mirroring what was happening in the Declaration of Independence. We also have Chiron, the wounded healer, in the same sign, Pisces, as it was at the signing of the Declaration of Independence. So we have Pluto, the planet of depth, secrets, things that are buried or hidden. We have Mars, the planet of action and change, in Taurus. And we have Chiron, the wounded healer, in Pisces. And Pisces is very deep and very spiritual, and it also can relate to our connection to source, our connection to religion. And to have that in the same sign means we're dealing with similar issues right now. We're dealing with phenomenal shifts around our government. And so I just wanted to dive into some of the energetics astrologically that you may be sensing and feeling that will maybe give voice to what's going on a deeper level. So I'm going to share screen with you all. I hope you're all having a great day. How is everyone out there? Leave a comment below, share how you're doing. And I apologize. I have been out and about and traveling, and so I am back here to bring you information as we kind of head into this more, it feels like suddenly more heated time around this presidential race here in the United States. And if you're in other parts of the world, you may be noticing and sensing that, because the US has a pretty strong energetic footprint and can affect us and other places of the world very, very, very powerfully. So here is a chart of the day. And so I wanted to just share with you briefly, what are we even looking at? Okay, so number one, what we're looking at is all of the constellations that are in the sky, and that's shown by this outer circle here. Then we're looking at all the planets that are in the sky currently. And this middle line represents all the planets that are above the horizon. And then all the planets that are below the horizon are underneath that middle line. And so as an astrologer, if you want to, start practicing this, we can tell by what planets are above the horizon line what kind of the outer directed focus of a day is, whereas all the planets that are underneath that horizon line can point us towards what is happening unconsciously in the subconscious for any given day. Okay. So that said, today we have a whole lot of planets up in the sky. So we have Venus, the billionaire planet. We have Mercury, the planet of communication. We have the sun, how we shine. We have the sun moon midpoint. We have the moon, Jupiter, Mars, Uranus, the destiny point, Neptune, and Saturn. We have almost all the major planets above that horizon line. And so what does that mean for today? It means that we're going to be much more outer directed, much more outer focused. And today happens to be Tuesday, and Tuesday is related to the god Thor, or I'm sorry, to the god Mars. And so what is the god Mars all about? Anyway, so Mars is about action and doing. And so it would make sense that today there would be a lot of action and energy. Mars in Taurus is also conjuncting very loosely Uranus. Yesterday we had the moon with Uranus. We had so many planets with Uranus, and Uranus is change and it's unexpected happening. So yesterday may have felt like I can't put my finger on it, but there's something different in the air. Okay. And so Uranus and Taurus can relate to, well, Uranus is revolution, and Taurus is the master builder. It's all about the earth. It's all about grounding. It's all about nature. And Uranus is about change. And so this can relate to us potentially moving, right? It could also relate to new technologies being developed around nature, around plants, around food, around things that have to do with our material universe. This is very electric energy around Earth. It could also mean like Earth changes, like earthquakes or other types of, things that bring change to the foundations of where we live. This could be changes around our structures, around safety, around security. There may be just an overall sense with Uranus and Taurus of things not being stable, right? Energetically, like there's just this sense of like things are being shooken up. And so Uranus comes in to shake things up. Uranus comes in to shift the energy, to shift the vibe, to bring in change. And we're going to have Uranus and Taurus for the next 7 years. Now, what I want to draw our attention to, though, today is that we have Mars, the midheaven, Moon, and Jupiter all lining up in Taurus. Okay. And so, and it's much farther, they're much farther away from Uranus. So Uranus is over here creating change, being exciting, maybe causing us to want to think revolutionary thoughts about changing where we live or how we eat or what we build, what types of houses we build. Like Uranus and Taurus can mean lots of innovation around building, the type of homes that we build, the type of structures that we build, the type of businesses that we build, because Taurus is the master builder. And so today, having so many planets in Taurus, the sign of the master builder, this is a time for building anything in our lives, from wealth to safety to security to, what is it that we want to enjoy in the physical realm? Because Taurus is all about the physical realm. It's all about ways in which we are enjoying life. We are enjoying the things that money can buy, the things that we can experience. Taurus is the 3D universe. It's anything you can taste, touch, see, hear, sense. It's all of the five senses. And so having Taurus here, having so many planets from Mars, the moon, and Jupiter means that we're really focused on how can we build security? How can we build safety? How can we build wealth? And so having the moon in this conjunction to Jupiter, moon is emotion, moon is the mood, moon is how we feel. And having moon with Jupiter today, this is actually a pretty auspicious energy for wealth, for opportunities, for benefactors. Moon is emotion. Jupiter is the benefactor. Jupiter is the cosmic gift-giving Santa Claus that is very generous, very giving, and shows up with presents. So there's a good opportunity today that you might have some type of benefactor enter your life with some type of gift or present or offering to assist you emotionally, to assist you with building stability, to assist you with building safety in your life. And so one great way to take advantage of this would be to write out, maybe write out a wish list of what you would like to have in your life, right? What material things would you like to have? Would you like a new car? Would you like a new house? Would you like to make more money? Would you like to build a garden? Would you like to travel to a beautiful location and have a massage? Taurus is really about enjoyment of the senses. So it can be eating a delicious piece of cake. It can be rewarding yourself with a massage. It can also be singing. It can be music. It can be dance. It can be any form of expression through the body in the material plane. Singing, speaking, feeling, beautiful clothing, beautiful jewelry. How can you reward and enjoy the abundance of life today with all of these Taurian energies? It might be a good day to go on a hike, to go get a facial, to have a massage, to really luxuriate in your senses, because at the same time we have this, we also have the sun in Cancer, and that is a very deep emotional energy. And it's still in polarity to Pluto, the god of the underworld. And so our emotional nature and our unconscious, the sun is shining upon the deeply buried secrets within our unconscious. And so as that begins to bring things to light, we may feel a lot of intensity. We may feel a lot of depth. Whenever there is great light, there is great shadow. And so what is this sun in polarity to Pluto bringing up for you? And it's really interesting that Pluto is in the same place that it was signing of the Declaration of Independence. And so what that can mean is, where are we being asked to rewrite our script, to flip the switch, to change, especially with Uranus being in Taurus, which is structure, it's foundation, it's what we're building. And so Uranus is change. And so there's this energy of change around the foundational energy. So Pluto, right, is the underground, and it's in Capricorn, which is the structures of everything that we know. And then Uranus is in Taurus, which is the builder. Okay. And so both of these energies, Pluto and Uranus, are energies of change. They're planets that ask you to change what has not been working, Uranus, and Pluto to go deep, to reveal what has been buried, to bring it out to the surface, to change. Okay. So there's this very deep energy of change around the structures, the governments, the CEOs, the heads of state, as well as the safety and security of what we've always known. And so both the planets or signs that relate to security and stability have planets in them that are about change. And then the planet Saturn, which relates to structure and government and stability, is in Aquarius, and Aquarius is the sign of the new age. And so this time on the planet is not focused on stability and security. It is not focused on building a sustainable, the same type of reality we've always known. And so as a collective and individually, there may be some type of low riding anxiety or fear around the future or the unknown. And so I really have to invite all of you to see this as an initiation and as a gateway towards your highest self. The reality is that everything that is happening in our lives and in our worlds is always happening for our highest and our best good. And so whether you're enjoying the energetics of this time or whether you're not, they are all happening for your highest and best good. Okay. It is all happening for us. It's not happening to us. It is happening for us. And so I really want to invite everyone, wherever you are, whatever you're dealing with, to begin looking at how can what's happening in my life or in my world be something that supports me, be something that is actually for me. How could change be beneficial? Okay. And so wherever you are, whatever business you're in, whatever work you're doing, how could knowing that this time is full of change assist you in making changes and allowing the energy of change to assist you in creating more than you've created before? Okay. And so I just want to share with you really quickly here an image of the actual sky so that you can see what's happening up in the stars right now for yourself. You know, I follow a very different form of astrology. I follow the True to the Stars sidereal method, which is based on the fact that the stars have moved from where tropical or Western astrology says that they are. And so if we want to know the accurate placement of the planets and what constellation that they're in, we literally have to follow the sidereal system. And so this, what I'm going to show you now, is the actual sky. And I'm going to show you that the sun is currently right smack dab in the center of the constellation of Cancer. And it is in that polarity to Pluto, right? And so Sun in Cancer is very interesting because Cancer is a water sign and the sun is fire. And Cancer is about home and family, and it's about our connection to the hearth and the home. And it's very private in general. Cancer is very private. It's very much, focused on being safe and secure and protecting the family. Security. Cancers are really much about creating security, creating safety for their home and their family. Okay. And it can also represent our connection to our homeland and our pride and where we come from, right? And so Sun in Cancer, there's a lot of talk coming out about our countries, right? About what's happening in them and how can we protect our families and how can we protect our nation and how can we be of service to where we live and how can we protect and connect with our families. So this might be a time where you're going home to visit your family, you're spending more time with the family. The family member that Cancer is associated with is the mom. So this could also be a time when a lot of mom stuff is coming up to the surface. And so it's really interesting because at the same time, we have the sun in Cancer, and we have the sun in Cancer until April 8th. And so we're going to have a lot of watery, kind of deep emotional energy until April 8th. But we currently have Venus, the goddess of the billionaire planet, and Mercury, the planet of communication, in Leo, which is expression, which is outward, which is like